The haunting of Hollow Creek. The wind whispered through the dense trees, their gnarled branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, casting eerie shadows on the forest floor. Hollow Creek stood at the heart of this desolate landscape, a place known for its dark history and the secrets it held. Legend had it that a malevolent spirit lurked within these woods, waiting to ensnare unsuspecting souls. It was a moonless night when 5 friends embarked on a dare to spend a night at Hollow Creek. They were thrill seekers, seeking the adrenaline rush that only fear could provide. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the air grew thick with unease, and an icy chill ran down their spines. They set up camp near the creek, their tents forming a fragile barrier between them and the unknown. The crackling fire provided a flickering light that offered little comfort. They laughed and joked, their nervousness masked by bravado. But deep down, each one felt a knot of dread tightening in their stomachs. As the hours ticked by, the forest fell into an eerie silence. No birds chirped, and even the rustling leaves ceased their dance. The friends huddled closer to the fire, seeking solace in each other's presence. But their camaraderie couldn't quell the rising terror that gripped their hearts. Suddenly, a mournful howl pierced the stillness. It echoed through the trees, chilling their bones. A shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, slowly creeping toward the camp. It was the spirit of Hollow Creek, a grotesque being with hollow eyes and decaying flesh. Its presence sucked the warmth from the air, leaving only icy dread in its wake. Fear paralyzed the friends as the spirit drew closer, its ethereal form hovering just outside the reach of the firelight. It whispered in a raspy voice, sending shivers down their spines. "You dare trespass in my domain, prepare to suffer the consequences." With a flick of its bony finger, the spirit unleashed its wrath. The earth trembled beneath their feet as the trees came alive, their branches lashing out like vipers. The friends scattered, screaming in terror as they fought against the onslaught. But the forest seemed determined to claim its victims. One by one, the friends succumbed to the relentless assault. They were entangled in the branches, their anguished cries fading into the night. Their pleas for mercy went unanswered, drowned by the malevolent laughter of the spirit. Only one friend, Emily, managed to escape the clutches of the forest's wrath. She ran blindly through the trees, her heart pounding in her chest. Tears streamed down her face as she stumbled upon an ancient cabin hidden deep within the woods. Desperate for shelter, she flung open the creaking door and stepped inside. The cabin was a dilapidated shell of its former self, filled with dust and cobwebs, but it offered a temporary respite from the horrors outside. Emily collapsed onto a rotting chair, gasping for breath. She knew the spirit still lingered, biding its time until it could claim her soul. As the night wore on, Emily heard faint whispers echoing through the cabin. The walls seemed to close in, and the air grew heavy with an oppressive presence. Shadows danced on the walls, their grotesque shapes twisting and contorting. Emily's heart raced as she realized she was not alone. In the pitch-black darkness, the spirit revealed itself. Its glowing eyes pierced through the shadows, fixating on Emily with a hunger that sent terror coursing through her veins. The spirit's voice echoed in her mind, promising an eternity of suffering. But Emily refused to surrender. With every ounce of strength she had left, she fought back. She summoned her courage and chanted ancient incantations, warding off the spirit's advance. The cabin shook with fury, but Emily stood her ground, her voice growing stronger with each word. In a blinding flash of light, the spirit recoiled, shrieking in agony. Its form disintegrated and the cabin returned to its lifeless state. Emily had vanquished the malevolent presence, but the scars of that night would forever haunt her. As the sun rose, Emily emerged from the cabin, her eyes filled with a mixture of relief and sorrow. She was the sole survivor of the haunting of Hollow Creek, forever changed by the horrors she had witnessed. The forest stood silent once more, holding its secrets close, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to stumble upon its dark past.